The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Well, Jim, Brazil's loss has surely been Portugal's gain when it comes to this man, Deco.
I agree, Peter. It's hard to believe they failed to spot his talents. How could they have done with a playmaker of his calibre? One of the best in the world on his day.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Thiago. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Vieira. He's looking wide. Jordan Henderson cannot be beaten that easily. And this is Messi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Messi. Vieira. He has a look up. Oh, shooting chance! Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. No goals as yet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Al Ittihad have got it back and they'll have another go. Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Mbappe has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Now it's Kaká, and it's Thiago. Kaká. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Zanetti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's having a go! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Pressing hard. Could be danger here. And Owen! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, that's neat. He's picked his way through. He's had a shot! It's anyone's ball now. He's found a way through. Deco. Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Seedorf going full tilt down the left. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Kaká. Oh, nice touch. Driving. Can he finish? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Thiago is the team's great visionary. Vieira. And here's from Mario. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's there to make the challenge. Now it's Owen. Owen. Well, this is a terrific run. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good-looking ball. Romario. Mbappe. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Hello everybody,
despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. And it's Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Thiago. Kaká. Kaká going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that was vital. Now it's Kaká. Mbappe! Zanetti with the clearance. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Deco. Now it's Owen. Al Ittihad looking to pass their way through.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Owen. Great ball if he can get there. That is a brilliant interception.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Mbappe. Now it's Kaká. And it's Kaká. Vieira. He's on it, can he get away? No way through, so back it comes. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get it through? And he's quick to get it clear again. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's Owen. And he ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And he is going into that little black book.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 19.
It's just beyond his reach.
Number 21. Deco.
Searching
Number
pass he's played there.
17.
Neatly clipped into space.
Number 13.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Coming on the field. Number 7.
Albert Ferrer cuts out the pass. Now it's Shevchenko.
Platini.
Robson.
Number 24.
Brazil truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Messi. Oh, smashing header! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And he's found a way past. And the ball's come loose here.
Brazil clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Bergkamp. Now it's Messi. Well, that's surely a foul. Oh, he's taken it. Now it's Shevchenko. Now he's got space here. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Now it's Platini.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Messi. Messi driving forward. And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get... Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's gone backward here. And this is Messi. Shot a goal! Yes, he's done it! Save the best for last! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Substitution in progress.
Time for a change in personnel. Brazil take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Dunk getting this one clear. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Very much into the last knockings. Vieira. Robson. Zanetti.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. It's Albert Ferrer.
It's looking good from here.
And time is up. Brazil have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then.
The Dutch have a great heritage of producing some of the most talented strikers, and this one has it all.
The one and only Marco van Basten.
A scorer of outrageous goals.
Have you played against him, Jim?
No, maybe just as well.
Saka, looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from.
It's a mighty effort! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Shevchenko gets flagged offside. Played into space. Oh, he's just misjudged that one, and he's made sure that's not getting through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's made its way to him. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Mbappe! And that is expertly dealt with. Gullit. Van Basten. Well, they could break here. Played back in. Shifted it to the flank. Brazil do have a chance to counter here. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Messi. Xabi Alonso. He could be in. And the finish! It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Vieira. Seedorf. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And there's green grass ahead of him. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Brazil are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Thiago takes control of it and he's on the move. Gullit is always looking to break lines. And it's Van Basten.
Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Brazil are looking to break at pace. And he welcomes it in. That looks a good chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Having a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Thiago with the short one. Thiago. Now the ball in. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Van Basten carries the ball down the right. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Kaka. That's very neat. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now it's Kaka. Opts to play it back. Great chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Seedorf is offering a wry smile there.
So, third corner of the game. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to pull level. A formality, we're level. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two...
Tries a shot! What a wonderful goal! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Messi. Played out wide. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thiago. It's a sharp pass. Oh, no joy this time. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion.
A header! And he has kept it out somehow.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And here's Shevchenko. And it's Thiago. Can he get it through? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Shevchenko. Thiago spots it and intercepts. Seedorf. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Shevchenko. Out to the right. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. Little pass back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, well played.
Kaka really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And this is Shevchenko. And the pass is intercepted. He's played it back. Thiago. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Shevchenko. Shot, surely! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their fourth corner of the game. It's hit the upright. He can get that clear.
Oh, good ball.
Real chance. They've done it. They've done it again. It is incredible.
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. This is quite a battle.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That has not gone well. Brazil perhaps contemplating their next change here. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe has good running with the ball. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Thiago. It's a threatening ball. Oh, that's neat. Might be danger. And a chance! Goal! Brazil! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Brazil go into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. Monterey Bay really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And this is Shevchenko. Thiago. Chance here to counter. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vieira. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Here's Vieira. Opts for safety. Robson is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Nice sequence of passes, this. And it's Vieira. Just 5 minutes left. Brazil clearly now in lead preservation mode. That's a shade optimistic.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Messi, and the counter is on. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Zanetti. Robson. Vieira. Now Saliba. That's at the end. Brazil have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Jr., in some time. His favourite move is to receive the ball in a wide position, attract defenders his way.
Kaká! Fantastic from Kaká!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, that's a key interception. Now, what about a counter-attack? Seedorf. And it's Vieira. Now Saliba. Albert Ferrer. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found a way through. That's an excellent interception. And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Best clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Flamengo with the corner, they're first. Chance! Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Chance for a shot! Brazil leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. That is good alertness. Vinicius Junior chasing after it. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Well timed, excellent interception. Thiago. Seedorf. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Best. And he's away. There it is. Tries a shot! He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Now it's Mbappe. Vieira. And it's Thiago. Now it's Kaká. He's away! He's had a shot! Oh, it rattles the bar! Robson is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Seedorf. Oh, that's neat. Nice interception, well timed. Bullet. Can he get on the end of this? He's shifting through the gears here. Bullet. He might be in here. And here's the chance to counter. Foot in. And here's Hullet. And they're quick to get it back. Turan. And here's Vinicius Junior. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Neither of these two want to come off second best. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Opts for safety. Tries to pass it through. Thiago hurtling down that right flank. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira. Thiago. Seedorf. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Vieira. Floated through. Well read. And the danger is averted. Well, that pass isn't the best. Nicely shaped ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Zanetti. Vieira. And it's Kaká. Now it's Thiago. He's got away. Nice control. Looking for the run. And that is expertly dealt with. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Brazil happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And the action is back on the way.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. There's the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Thiago goes short. And that was nowhere near his best. And now a sudden chance to counter. Albert Ferrer. Now it's Shevchenko. Thiago. In with the challenge. Beckenbauer. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vinicius Junior stood his ground strongly. Seedorf.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's looking wide.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Good chance here! Just off target.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Threads one in. Real chance! Oh, off the bar! They're back on the ball again. Now it's Shevchenko. He's onside. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Hullet can be a real threat inside the box. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Robson.
Flamengo really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That's a little off target.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he's there to make the challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's on it. Can he get away? Albert Ferrer with the clearance. Brazil can breathe again. Just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And he's managed to get free. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And that's put paid to a promising move. Shevchenko. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Hullet.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's in on goal! Oh, taken with style!
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 22. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 17.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Now it's Xabi Alonso. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Bergkamp. Oh, good looking ball. Brazil leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Mbappe is onto this. That is a great pick out. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. And surely that does it. Perfect time, decisive strike. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Brazil could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Seedorf. Xabi Alonso. And that will be the final act. What a satisfying performance, a performance at times of determination. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men.
And Shevchenko! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Shevchenko is offering a wry smile there.
Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Safe to say he's capable of better than that. Well, there is the multifunctional Frankie de Jong.
Yeah, he impressed me a lot, this fella. I've watched him since he was a young prospect, and I really liked what I saw, particularly in the Spanish Cup final in 2021.
The saving grace of what had been a disappointing season for the Catalans. Emphatic win that, though.
4-0, in fact, yeah, and de Jong got the second.
Yes, he did, against the men from the Basque Country. Vieira. Saliba. Now Albert Ferrer. Donnarumma. And it's Zanetti. Tries to play it through. Messi takes a shot. Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Now it's Shevchenko. Neymar. Now it's Shevchenko. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Brazil have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Mbappe! Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. Milan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust.
Oh no, this does not look good. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. That is very well defended. Oh, that's superb. Mateus. Now, can they get it back? And it's Vieira. Albert Ferrer. Saliba. To Thiago. And here's Kaka. Great vision. De Jong. Messi. Zanetti does well to get it back. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And he's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Neymar.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's picked his way through. That's good play. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Wow, look who's involved.
Seedorf. And that has left him in a heap. Referee's given a throw. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's played it back. It's played through for him. Thiago. Looking for options for movement. Oh, super ball. And he's away. Goes for a shot! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Numero 22. Roberto Carlos. Numero 15.
Nice looking ball.
Numero 18.
It's not gone well.
Messi.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
E numero 2. Pirlo.
Played back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Neymar. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thiago is always looking to break lines. Gullit goes on a run down the left wing.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This possibly the last play of the half. And he's taking no chances there. He's gone for goal! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So, we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Seedorf. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Now it's Kaka. And a chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Thiago with the short one. Thiago hangs in a cross. Cleared without hesitation. Pass is just off target. Albert Ferrer. And here's Thiago. Now that looks a decent ball. Cruyff with the slide tackle there. Kaka is onto this. Ibrahimovic, very much a man of this moment. Driving forward. Ibrahimovic will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. He's in plenty of space here. Shevchenko. There's the header! It's in! The breakthrough strike! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Brazil have penetrated for the first time.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move.
It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was no routine save.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
There's the shot! And one more try! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now, this could be a chance. That's tidy. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Saliba makes the interception.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pirlo pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Hullet. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that is a chance! Cruyff! No one quite like him! That is a gem! An absolute gem! There seemed no way back, but they are level. And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Tries to... Up he goes! Goal! Brazil! And again they hit the front. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Brazil take the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, sweet feet. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Shot, surely! And he's really put himself on the line here. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Zanetti completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Well, that milestone might be on the back of his mind, Peter, although I'm pretty sure he'll just go about his business as usual. It's just one of the many achievements he'll go on to reach from here.
Goes for a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Can he get it through? Real chance! Sticks it away! 2-0, and in next to no time.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right. Barcelona
are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected.
And the shot! They get it! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Brazil get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now this could be a chance. That is good alertness. Chance here to counter. Not the most accurate pass. Pelé. First quarter of an hour gone. It's a goal kick. And it's Seedorf.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Seedorf looking for the run. Works it forward. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Messi. Mbappe! This is Messi. No way through, so shoots! Brazil are looking to break at pace. Threads one in. He came in hard, very hard. Thiago. Backward it goes. Rodri cannot be beaten that easily. That has been slung wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's in on goal! Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nicely weighted ball. Picked out, chance, surely! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Thiago goes short. Lovely feet. And it's Thiago. And he shoots! And he hits the net! They are right back in business!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Chance for a shot! Goal, Brazil! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
It's Neymar! And how good was that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And now he has two. So all square and not for the first time.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And he welcomes it in. He's had a shot! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Brazil go into the lead. Tries to pass it through. Pele is herring after that one. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. Seedorf.
Teremos 3 minutos de
And here's
acréscimo.
Shevchenko. That's a shade optimistic. Saliba wins the duel this time. Mbappe. Oh, there's a probing ball. Foot in. So what can they make of this? Well, that is one way to stop him. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Brazil in front after a half full of excitement. It is raining goals here. And the game has already resumed here. Vieira. Rodri. Mbappe. And here's Thiago. Albert Ferrer. Chooses to go cross-field. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Rodri. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's forced to go back. Saliba. Zanetti. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. What a throw in. Thiago. Vieira. Brazil finding their passes. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Mbappe. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Shevchenko. Now, can they get him away? Oh, nice touch. He's cut it out. Rodri is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Quality ball. Now that's a lovely exchange. Oh, shooting chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Shot could be Neymar! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Pelé. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Saliba has given away a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Punched away. Mbappe. Zanetti, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Now Albert Ferrer, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 6, camisa 5, camisa 19.
Into the last quarter of an hour.
Camisa 13.
It's a good ball out wide. Tonali.
Camisa 9, camisa 3.
And that has left him in a heap.
Camisa 25, camisa 10.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Kaká with the short one. And here's Kaká. Flings in across. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And they can counter here. Oh, he's found support out wide. So nearly the perfect ball. Rodri. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And the shot! Zanetti clears it away. And that has been cleared.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level. That's just playing it safe and simple.
All hands on deck for this one.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And this is Hullet.
Foram indicados 2
Tonali.
minutos de acréscimo.
And that is that. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Bosnia-Herzegovina against Brazil.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter. Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There's been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
And he's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Shevchenko. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Seedorf. And he's there to make the challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And this is Shevchenko. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Messi. Gets a good foot in there. And here's Messi. Shot could best! Now that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now they can spring out of defence. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, this looks sharp. Brazil, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Now it's Shevchenko. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Best. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a form chance for a shot! Has fallen kindly here. He can get that clear. Thiago. Vieira calmly anticipates. Back into the middle. Shot, surely! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Bosnia and Herzegovina have their second corner now. Shot a goal! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 3 coming up. Has a look and plays it forward. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Not the most accurate pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Messi. Cruyff. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Bosnia and Herzegovina with another corner. So their fourth corner of the game. That's a lovely, neat pass. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a cute ball. Getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Baresi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Played out wide. Looking to play him in. And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko stood his ground strongly. Nice control. Thiago delivers. Oh, well played, well played. Best. Now it's Mbappe. And they can counter here. He has a look up. Takes a shot! Goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
The movement so precise, the finish. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Oh, that's disappointing. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Want to throw in. Mbappe is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Bosnia and Herzegovina applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Albert Ferrer carries the ball down the right, pass somewhat off target. Now he's off and running. Now it's Messi. Mbappe is onto this. And Cruyff! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Decent chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. He's on it. Can he get away? Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Bosnia and Herzegovina needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now he's got space here. That has been cut short. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Seedorf does well to get it back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Seedorf. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that has left him in a heap. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Brazil choosing to make the first change. This looks promising. Oh, nice touch. A hefty challenge, but fair enough.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Nicely shaped ball. Mbappe! That has not gone well. Now, who's going to be first to this? That's a throw. Another chance from a corner. The corner count is rising. That's 6.
Substitution for Bosnia-Herzegovina. Number 3, Baresi. Number 25.
And that has been cleared.
Van Dijk. Number
And it's
18.
Kaka. Tries a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And very quickly, shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Vieira. Szoboszlai. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Romario. Now it's Bergkamp. Ibrahimovic looks to get on the end of this. Hullet. Szoboszlai goes on a charge down the left. And here's Romario. Oh, cracking ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. Some players have clearly taken issue here, and things are threatening to boil over.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Substitution for Bosnia-Herzegovina.
He'll fancy himself from here. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament.
Number 21, Rui Costa. Substitution.
Great ball. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And here's Messi. Oh, sweet feet. Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Nicely weighted ball. Now, can they get him away? And this is Messi. He's had a shot! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe. Might want to be careful there.
Rui Costa. Ball swung in. Cleared away. It's Rui Costa! Oh, just over.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
And that's that. Brazil were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simple. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to kick off. The excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Giuseppe Bergami, certainly one of the fiercest opponents I've had the honour of facing.
Well, one of Italy's finest, and surely anyone's fiercest opponent. A master of everything defensive, Jim, and you, as you mentioned, faced him on the international stage.
Yeah, and his quiet and calm demeanour was the perfect disguise for that steely leadership. We knew we were in for a battle against.
Shoots! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Romario! Romario! Wonderful! A finish of true class! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish. Oh, what a mistake! Vieira.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now there's a fine ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Kaká. Kaká unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe. Schneider conjures time and space where few can.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Look at the space here. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Romario. Nicely aimed pass.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Shot a goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Romario is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Thiago, and he's had it nicked away. And he welcomes it in. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Now it's Shevchenko. Knocks it into space. Kaká. Oh, well played, well played. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And Romario! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
As if 3 weren't enough, This is nigh on utopian. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Thinks about the shot. Kaka.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Zanetti. Now it's Messi. Thiago. Nice looking ball. Thiago is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
2 minutes has been indicated.
And it's Messi. Thiago.
That's going in strongly.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
And here's Cantona. Lovely pass. Oh, shooting chance! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Kaká. Ecuador do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Hullet. Knocks it into space. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
This is the time you need that pace. There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always admired. Franco Baresi, a defender with wonderful composure and discipline.
I can't say I'm surprised by your assessment there.
Yeah, one of the great liberos. His intelligence put him on a level higher than the rest, I think.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Thiago looking to penetrate opposition lines. Looking for the run. Oh, super ball! And he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Kaká clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Thiago. Look at the space here. Still goalless at the moment. Ecuador are looking to go forward now. Now it's Hullet. Mbappe has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Thiago. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, right place, right time.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Goes for a shot! Leicester gets it clear. Saliba. And here's Shevchenko. Kaká! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Thiago with the short one. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Zanetti. Seedorf. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Shevchenko. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. And it's Thiago. Lovely bit of skill. Kaká! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Kaká just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Hullet wins the duel this time.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Kaká goes steaming forward. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Cantona. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Rijkaard. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Shevchenko. And this is Shevchenko. Seedorf could move up a gear here. Can he get it through? Not much subtlety about that challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Shevchenko.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Vieira. Rijkaard puts his foot on the gas. Looking for options for move. And Shevchenko! They want to be quick to recover this. Maicon. Here's the whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Cambio en Ecuador. Número 26. Lo reemplazará.
So off we go once more.
11.
Brazil clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And here's Mbappe.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Aims beyond the defence. He's shifting through the gears here. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Rijkaard clears. Gattuso producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it's Maicon. Picked out brilliantly. Mbappe. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Brazil couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And now the breakaway. Tries to play it through. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Here comes the cross. Oh, smashing header! And he's gone looking for safety. Cantona looking to be a menace in the final third. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Seedorf. Gattuso. Mbappe. Cantona. It's Hullet. And here's Shevchenko. And the shot! No mistake! First blood drawn. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Número 17.